Yo, what up? I just finished building this beautiful looking little quad here. It is the AstroX switch. My intentions were to take all the components off of one quad and put it onto this frame, but as the technology changes in this hobby, things are starting to get smaller and smaller and smaller. So as you can see, I'm running the Runcam Swift, and to my surprise, I didn't read all the specifications. I just looked at the frame and I was like, I want that, so I went out and purchased it. And it doesn't take an HS1177. It only takes a mini camera, so I had to buy a mini camera. And to make a long story short, I ended up just buying all new electronics and everything for it, because if I'm gonna go, buy one new component, I just gotta look, good all around. 99% of the components I purchased through Race Day Quads. They're a place that they're out of Florida. I'm up in New York State. It only took a couple of days to receive whatever I ordered from them. And if you order over $50, you get free priority shipping, which was only a couple of days, and it was here. And I've been in the hobby, the RC hobby, a long time. I've only been to quads for a couple of years, and my skills have grown in leaps and bounds, like most people do. And I used to think that it was impossible to build one of these things, but if you're new and you just you learn from people that that do this, or if you watch videos on YouTube, you'll learn that anybody can do this. You just got to be careful, and you got to pay attention to what you're doing, because I did fry. I mean, I've built a few quads already, but I fried a Raceflight Revolt brand new board by getting a solder ball onto a couple of the electrical component leads, and it fried. Thank God that was the only thing that fried, but I had to buy another one. And I was very careful. I was being complacent because I was moving fast. It was late, so yada yada yada. But anyway, I've been into RC for a long time. Trucks and boats, mostly nitro, electric. And back in the day, when I got into it, you were able to go down the block and go to your local hobby shop. And there's really not many of them around anymore. But if you have one nearby, you're lucky, because having to wait sucks, and not being able to go down the street and buy things sucks. But all I can say that is, if you're going to purchase your components, try doing it like through a place like Race Day Quads, or Get FPV, or Pyro Flip RC, one of these local places that specialize in drones and race quads, because those guys, they have the best prices, they ship fast, and a lot of times you buy stuff off of eBay. Some of it's counterfeit, so you know what you're getting with those guys. And if you have any questions, you call up and they won't hesitate to answer your questions. And if they don't have an answer, they'll find out, and you get back to them and they'll let you know. So what I have in here now is a Diatone SP3 Vtx with built-in OSD. I'm running Raceflight Revolt V2 on top of the Raceflight Bolt 4-in-1 ESCs. Underneath that, I have the AstroX Vtx with 5V and 12V BEC built in. It has 6 solder pads for each BEC, ground and positive leads. I have Hyperlite 2206 motors. I'm running on the ESCs, low ESR caps, and also I have 2 low ESR caps on the PDB. You can't really see them. I have them tucked down in there. So yeah, this is a pretty small frame. I really had to jam stuff in here, as you can see. I got everything stacked to the roof. I got my my receiver is up in my GoPro mount. I don't have to I have it the way it's set up right now. I have just so I could take it out for a test flight to make sure everything's working, because I'm in the middle of updating the VTX to set up the OSD, And after I do that, I'm going to go out and take it for a flight and see how the PIDs are and the rates and everything. But Raceflight Revolt, it's a great flight controller. And the stock PIDs are excellent. You just got to mess with the rates a little bit. And this is also my first underslung quad. I've never flown underslung before, but it actually looks pretty cool. You got some more room on the top if you need it. So I might put my receiver back here. I'm waiting for an antenna mount. I'm using a pagoda mount antenna. I'm not sure. I think this is I can't remember who makes this. It's Furious FPV, I think this is. Anyway, yeah, so I have that, and then yeah, this is also my first time using racecraft propellers. I don't have them tightened down, that's why they're spinning like this. And that's it. So after I load this OSD firmware up and everything works, I'm going to take it out for a flight. We'll see how it goes. I'll talk about that. So I'll let it go right now, and we'll go back in a second to the flight characteristics. Alright, I'm going to give this thing a test flight. I haven't flown it yet, so you're going to come along for the ride. Hopefully it's not a major catastrophe. We'll see what happens. AstroX Perfect X. Take one. Goddamn good. Just got to get used to it. I might have to mess with the rates a little bit. The PID seemed fine. I did a punch out, and you can see it didn't deviate from the angle it was already at.